What's up YouTube? This is Void of Dust Gaming again, and tonight after this really strange crashed game in the ranked solo queue, I am going to show you another Tooth Fury video with the latest skin that has arrived for Zuka the panda. And after I lost last time and I wasn't playing that great, I'm having a really nice video where I am able to get off some kills, more than I did before, something about 10ish. And as this is a pre-recorded video and I'm just sub-editing it, you also have the possibility to hear some in-game sound, which is quite fun as they have changed the voice recordings for Zuka, matching this sleepyhead overnight pajama theme. So he is talking about breakfast instead of the stove. In the original, he's saying something like, I hope that I turned off the stove, and this is not in this one. So it's about like, I'm really hungry for breakfast, or I get a cookie because I deserve it. I think it's pretty funny that they actually do something like that, as like the big games do as well. If you take League of Legends, for example, so they really adopt and make it quite funny, because otherwise it's just basically like a reskinning and it's not really bringing that much. And I think for me, would just leave the feeling that Tencent wants to make a bit of money. So what's happening in the video right now? Like, I am playing Zuka from the team composition. As you look at the characters and you take the reload screen, we had a really nice setup. Like, we had the ADC, we had the Wisp, we have the tank, we have the support, and we do have the Raz as a really good mid fighter. Like, Raz is really good in the current meta. But it turns out that our Raz has a slight love for the dragon lane. So he is playing in the top lane all the time, which doesn't make any sense at all. Like, the Pura should have switched with the Maya, and then we would have been able to hold both. I could have jungled, farmed up a bit, and I could have been better. So here's the first mistake I make in the game. I will make a couple of mistakes more. I really wanted to get the gold for the whole team. I should have been quicker, or I should have waited longer. Good thing is that there's a Krignak. Like, they had a normal setup. The Krignak was their jungle, and Krignak has massive amounts of burst. Like, it's insane how much burst he can do at the moment with this new patch. So it was all right. Like, I don't know if someone dies right now, but in the end it was quite okay-ish. No, they defeated him. Like, even better, the Wisp was able to defeat him. Really good game, girl. Like, really solid here. The Maya is teleporting out, but that could have been worse. Like, with numbers 3 versus 2 at the moment, one of our ADCs or the Maya could have died protecting the Wisp, and no one died. Instead, they made this kill, which is quite nice. So at the moment, I'm doing this kind of stupid hybrid role. So I am farming up in the jungle while I'm doing the mid lane, because it's just too valuable to have that lane there. I'm doing a bit punishing on the Xanath here. I don't want him to be too confident about his lane. So while I am farming up in the jungle, I am also able to get the middle lane and threaten Xanath. Zephyr's, that's Zephyr's, and threaten Zephyr's that he has to retreat. The Valheim does some damage here. It's like, Zuka is a really nice ADC nuker. He's able to burst away so much damage. It's gorgeous, like, it's really gorgeous. But then in the end, if the ADC gets you at first, you are pretty much dead. And if there are 2 ADCs, you are more dead, even more. So you really have to pay attention. You have to play around the enemy. You have to go into the brushes. It's like Zuka feels tankier and more beefy, because of his appearance. Like when I was buying Zuka, I was like, wow, I've got this cool Kung Fu Panda style guy. That was the first relation. Like as soon as I was buying Zuka, I had Disney's or Pixar's Kung Fu Panda came up to my mind at like the very beginning. And so I played Zuka as this kind of warrior stylish, going up front, going into their faces, really trying to mess around with tanks and stuff like that. And it turned out quite bad. Like this was like one of the first experiences, and I've put Zuka away for a couple of days and a couple of months because I just felt his playstyle didn't fit me that well. I wasn't able to deal with him that well because I was pretty much in the beginner state. And with Zuka, he's one of those assassins. He has to be really, really careful played, really carefully executed. I'm jumping wrong here, but then it's a good thing that the yawn arrow did not hit me. But you have to be careful. So like if you take something like here, the Valheim, a character who is caught out and you are able to get to him, this is where you really shine. Like that is what Zuka should do. Zone out enemies. Yeah, good for me that the Crickneck did not really jump over the wall. If you play Zuka, always look for opportunities to catch enemies who are isolated. Like that's really, really helpful. And as soon as you get 5 to 6 kills early ahead, you are able to get all the good equipment to burst down enemies even faster. So, like as you've seen, I think I did the auto and my combo. I did that only once. Like I dashed with my 2, got in with my 1 first time, second time auto hit doing more damage, knocking up, and then I was using my 2 again, and that was enough to get a Valheim who is 1 or 2 levels lower than me. So Zuka is really good at bursting down enemies pretty fast. He's, as I said, like for me, he is really one of those ADC hunters. He's really good at that. And as you can see, because I was scaling using the jungle, I was really able to, yeah, and that was stupid. Like there's nothing I can do, not against the Zephyrs. Zephyrs is getting so much stronger as soon as his health gets low. Look at my toothbrush. That's sad. Isn't that sad? Like he lies there. Doesn't even look like sleeping. He's just dead, and that's poor. Yeah, Raz gets caught out here pretty badly. That was another mistake. I was taking the rank breaker at first because I wanted this armor pen and I wanted to be faster. And I would assume that you check the situation. Like, of course, the Omni gives you more sustainability, which is also quite nice as you are in lane. But I just had the feeling that we're coming to team fights, and that team fights are going to be more important at that point. And that was basically just me catching up to what my team had done as the damage so far. So I was able to pull off the triple kill here just because the enemy was so down low. Could have been worse, and would have been not as good as that if the enemy would have been fresh. So let the Raz get the blue buff so that his cooldown speed is faster. I don't really need it at the moment. I have my 15 stacks. I was able to pull that off quite quickly. And I saw the Abyssal Dragon was uncontested. They were fed up quite much. I could have pulled him to the left. Like in hindsight, after seeing this, that would just be my advice. If you see that there's stuff going up in the middle, try to get the Abyssal Dragon, try to secure it as best as possible. I see the Crickneck here. I'm at half health, so he's able to whittle me down if he wants to. So I let the Raz go in while I'm getting some healing. And I'm checking the Omni again, checking how much money I need. I see that there's loads of money that I need. Checking out the middle lane, and I decide to go down as my team starts this fight. and they really do a good amount of damage. I miss hop here, and I decide to go in again, having troubles moving around that wall. And there's another wall. Like, walls seem to be my nemesis. Zuka and the wall, that's not happening. And what could have been a nice, yeah, it could have been a quad kill, turned out. And I also have problems with towers. Like, what was that? I was thinking that the tower had already focused the minions, but it didn't. So I was too quick. But then no one gets the money for that. So that's all right. But you shouldn't do that. I said something about people not getting killed by towers because that's stupid. And now I did it. Well, that's the proof that I'm stupid. Well, never mind. Anyways, I could have pulled the quad kill before, but I didn't. So I was just too slow, and then I focused on the Crickneck, who was already getting out. I don't know if I could have taken the Malik to get the Malik here. And I'm just farming up for my Omni. Could have taken the chain thingy here. Yeah, I mean, Malik's not really a match, and not even Yorn's arrows dealing damage to me. So that's all right. There goes down another enemy. And there we go. Crickneck is pretty solid in terms of he's really, and I love the Pura. Crickneck's really good on dealing damage quickly, but then, and there we go. I'm able to kill, like, that was pro play, basically. That was pretty much pro play. And we are able to wipe the entire team. We are able to get that tower. That's beautiful. Really nice, really nice. Look at that Pura, like how fucking much life she gives back. That's, if you have seen the, I think it was Thailand against Korea or Vietnam. I'm not entirely sure. It was released like 3 months ago. No, it was the live stream. It was the live stream of the championships. There was, I think it was SMG versus Taman. Check that. Look at the official Arena Valor channel and check out how much utility the Pura brings to a team. She's basically like healing up the complete team, and they win because of that. Like, it's massive. Like, how much that character helps the team, and we have to get out here because it's just, we don't have any minions. We did not push the other wave, so we had to go out here, and I decided to just leave. Like, I'm just an immediate kill for the enemy team, and it doesn't make any sense. So we should really retreat here. Just farming around to get more items and more damage. And after I've seen that the enemy is just hanging around the corner on the right-hand side, I decide to push that lane to basically be able to get the tower. I evade the Yawn arrow here, but the good thing is their strongest and their fastest character, Crickneck, is not following me. Crickneck is able to really pull off his combo, kill you immediately, so you really have to pay attention to that. But as soon as Crickneck does that, he's just like, he's not a jack of all trades. He's just like a one-trick pony. I mean, Zuka is the same, so there's not much utility if you have 3 skills. But then, could have jumped here. I think I could have jumped here, but I let Pura basically just go in instead of our tank. There comes the Crickneck. I'm jumping on that Valheim, and the Valheim's dead. Like, did you see that? That was like 3 seconds, Valheim dead. I let my team here go into the fray. The Malik is still on, but he's not really a match for us. Here comes the Raz, and that is another team wipe. Like, almost entirely. And this is where the fun part starts. I don't realize that we could basically just push that because the lane is pushed. But then I am basically just hitting the Darkslayer. I think I had the quest open for Darkslayer. But Yeah, it seems like we didn't, and that's the game. That was the man Zuka. I really like Zuka. Like, I really like this being really fast, being really. It's like a glass cannon that the Zuka is being, but you really have to play around that. So my advice for you would be check the brushes, think more of an assassin, like a mage type assassin. Go in, unleash your skills. Never forget to auto attack, and then basically just hop out of the fight. So you are not the one who goes into the fight at first. You are second to third wave. So that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Void of Dusk Gaming. New videos are to come each day. And yes, stay tuned for some other videos. And if you want to leave a comment or a like, I would appreciate that. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.